Dear Lion friends, welcome to Lions News India's this special episode Meet Your Lion Star. Today we are going to meet our District 3231A3 PDG and elected International Director Endorsee Lion Pankaj Mehta MJF. Pankaj bhai, welcome to our show Meet Your Lion Star.
Thank you. Let me compliment you and congratulate you. The kind of services you're giving in your own way through your channel is absolutely amazing, reaching masses. And probably through this media, I think the Lions world and even otherwise other community definitely knows about what Lions are doing.
We have been serving our Lion community since last 2 years.
Right.
And this is primarily one of its kind of channel where the service activities have been showcased by any club or any district, on the social media internationally. So it is really a great kind of a Bible which is getting created of various services performed by our various clubs and the interviews taken of the leaders, their views being expressed here on our channel. And this gets disseminated across the world. And many of our episodes were even streamed and accepted by the Lions New Voices on their Facebook page. So that's really a great honor and a great visibility.
Great, Anil bhai, you have been exploiting digital space so beautifully, and it is reaching masses. And I think there cannot be a better way of doing it. Congratulations once again.
So let me first congratulate you for you being elected with a thumping majority in our District 3231A3 as our future ID endorsee. And that's really a great honor and privilege for all of us, all the members of our District 3231A3. So really congratulations.
Thank you.
Pankaj bhai. You've been to the Lionism for last so many years. Please tell us something more about your experience and journey in Lionism.
Hey, Anil bhai, I'm just wondering from where to begin. I'm almost now more than 32 years in Lionism, joined somewhere in 1988. And honestly, my sponsor introduced me to this beautiful organization. Then I did not know so much in detail. And when I joined the organization, I said, chalo, we'll have some fellowship. And along with that, of course, the service was close to the heart. And together, we will have fun serving people. So with this intention, I joined my home club, which is Lions Club of Bombay Airport, where I'm a member for the last almost 32 years. And in first year itself, we have one of the signature project called Sports for Special Children. We call it Mini Olympics, Sports for Children Under Special Care. There's a title we have coined.
Okay.
It's called Mini Olympics, Sports for Children Under Special Care. And it was in his nascent stage when I joined the club. It was the second or third year probably going on that time. And I became a chairman of that.
Oh.
And trust me, that was an absolutely igniting point in the journey of Lionism, where we got in touch with almost about 25-30 schools, about 700 mentally challenged special children, and organizing sports for all these people. And my journey of service activity started from there. As I started moving deeper and deeper into it, well, the area of teaching and the mentoring people has always been close to my heart. And right in the beginning, even before I became the president of the club, I got involved into training the president, secretary, treasurer of our district for multiple competition over there. And so on and so forth, it started. And then somewhere I said that this is an organization which has two pillars. One is fellowship and one is service. Of course, fellowship was being enjoyed to its hilt, and service activities also, whatever we could do, we were doing it. But somewhere there, I found a missing link that leadership should be the third pillar. And this was in my mind that why we can't call it leadership has got three pillars: fellowship, service, and leadership. And from there on, it started. I got it attracted towards that. Why can't I get moving further? And I started molding myself, became a president, became a zone chairman, region chairman. Then I became a joint secretary of the cabinet. And I took on to the most important portfolio, and that was activities, district chairman activities. And this was the place, Anil bhai, trust me, I came across kinds and kinds of people, kinds and kinds of activities, all across. In those times, we had about 125 clubs, coming in touch with 125 clubs and their members, right from Danu to Talasari. And that was a turning point in my life, that this is an organization which needs leadership for a simple reason that leadership is absolutely associated with service activities. A better leader can come out with a better ideas, better projects, can execute it more effectively, and combination of this two could work wonders. And I decided that I should take the lead of the district. So somewhere in 2001, I said that I should contest for vice district governor, which is ultimately becoming a district governor is the highest position in the district. And I was elected with a thumping majority way back in 2003, 2004 as a district governor. Till such time, it was activities, fellowship, and leadership program. But in the year of district governor, where I said I need power to empower people. I mean, that was, fundamentally, I look at power that way, that if I have a power, then probably I can empower people, and together we can stimulate our mind further, we can brainstorm, we can come with innovative and creative ideas and put it into action as far as leadership and service activities are concerned. So that year, if you really want me to talk about my journey, that was the year I can never forget. And few of the activities that we had done in that year was something phenomenal. One of them being, which was, even today people remember it, and that was Chacha Ka Bal Mela.
Oh.
My family, my wife are closely associated with children, street children and slum children. I mean, this is an ongoing project as far as my family is concerned. But getting that power in hand and trying to talk to people that what the street children are, what are these runaway children are. They leave their house in illusion and come to Mumbai to become something and get distracted and dragged and become something else. So like we picked up that challenge that let us showcase this, that what are these children doing? And we picked up 5,000 children from different places, created a kind of a Disney world for the one day, and told them that you are our prince and princess for a day. Andheri Sports Complex was built with the mini Disneyland, and there's 5,000 children. We invited all the celebrities for their entertainment. We had everything on the ground. You think of like a mini Disneyland, and probably the kind of joy that we gave them, the kind of things we could see, is something which is absolutely phenomenal. I can never forget the kind of moments that we spent with these children.
Wow, really, that's so nice. I mean, that is very, it's been 5,000 children is not a small thing. To get all of them and create kind of give them an impact of Disney, in that their space, and make them joyful on day. That was really great.
Even international presidents, especially flew down from Korea to attend, to be a chief guest. And in his own word, he said that, Pankaj, I have never seen anything like this before in my life. I mean, he was like absolutely amazed looking at that particular thing and particular things that was happening on the ground. That was one of the beautiful activity. From there on, well, it went on. I became a district, a very successful year, and kept on serving the multiple. One of the project after becoming a district governor was, I still remember, was Sight for Kids. This program was sponsored by Johnson & Johnson. And as a trial project, Mumbai had taken up that, for which, as a committee of three, one of the co-chairman, we were working on this. And in about 2 years, we took up a challenge of screening BMC students all across Mumbai, all schools of BMC. And in that 2 years, we completed almost about 2.5 lakh of screening. And it was something that at that level, I mean, what kind of problems were existing with the children, of which they were not aware. And through this program, well, we could do a lot of service and bring sight back to them. We were giving them absolutely whatever treatment, if any kid is picked up with any problem, we give the treatment. Spectacles were distributed free, and Johnson & Johnson was supporting us for this particular project. That was one project I can never forget. Moving on from there, leadership being close to my heart, And I got an opportunity to be a chairman for leadership committee. And since then, I have never looked back, sir. I have never looked back. I mean, we have done kind of things in the last about 20 years since I was a district governor. And I think if you ask me to talk, I can talk endlessly about it. But this journey has been a beautiful journey till the point where I said that probably now I'm ready. The time has come. Let me get into something higher level. And I told myself that this is the time where I should think of a district director. At our district level, this incident took place, which was something which was very sad. And the vacancy was created that particular time. And then probably I offered myself for this particular position. And you and all our friends, I mean, they trusted me and they've elected me as a international director endorsee from our district. This is a short journey as far as my Lions career is concerned.
It's, I mean, one can write, pages and pages on your journey. It's such a beautiful space what you have created, you enjoyed doing the services and creating leaders both parallelly. Nobody does that. Okay, many of us we remain only in the service or only in the leadership, but you have always balanced both, giving services and also creating leaders. That's really amazing. Just one thing, Pankaj, I just wanted to understand how important this role of international directors and what the activities being as a shoulder upon them as an idea.
Basically, we have a beautiful structure in place. Like, for example, if you talk about a club level, you have a president over there, and he has this board of directors with him. As you move on further, it's like a pyramid. You have a zone chairman, which takes care of about maybe 5 or 6 clubs. You move on to region chairman, you have about 10 or 12 clubs under him. And so multiple council chairman, district governor. We have all this beautiful pyramid created for one simple reason, that our organization is so large. We have presence in more than 210 countries. And if an international president has to voice his things and keep on looking into everything globally, how would he do it? So the structure was divided that we should have the way we have at club level, the board of directors, we have at international level, we have a board of directors, which is headed by the international president. Below that, we have a vice presidents, and then we have board of directors. Now, if you ask me, what is a job of a international director? Now, basically, I would say, like I put it in a very simple language, think locally, and think globally and do locally. Suppose if I say that, now how would you put this phrase into it? Now, international at Chicago, I'm in India. In India, I'm in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, I'm in Mumbai. How would I know what is the need of the people around me? How are the plans and policies of international president is working for the people around me? What kind of new things are they expecting? Are there anything depending on the community that you are into? There are certain needs that needs to be voiced. Now, if somebody has to be heard at international, you need that what do you call, the kind of a conduit you need, which can reach to the international from time to time, and they get a feel what is happening around. Like you can say what Lionism was, say, 10 years back, there has been a sea change today. How does this sea change happen? How does it happen? All the directors which are on the board from various countries, they come together, and in every board meeting there are discussion taking place. We have various committees in place. This committee also have the discussion and they brainstorm on various issues. So the international director basically is the voice of his area. Like if tomorrow if I'm elected as international director, it will be from Isame. I'll be representing Isame over in a larger way, but talking about India and maybe of our multiple, that what is happening. For example, Can 100, which is getting over. This is the last year, 30th of June. We'll be laying down the office at that area, that particular activity. We had planned for $300 million. Now, how does this come? How does? I mean, if international is saying that for service project of 5 focus area, they would like to do activities globally. Everybody does in this 5 area so that we can create an impact globally. And we need to collect $300 million in 3 years. Now, how does it happen? It's a brainstorming that takes place with, of course, with professional agency. We come things together, and then it percolates down right up to the grassroots line of a club, that how we are going to go about it. So so if I'm a director, I become a voice of it, that probably I should be doing that, where I'll be having chairmen supporting me from various areas. But together, the networking is so beautifully done that an international director, if he has the right mindset, if he has the right knowledge, if he has the right experience, if he has the right exposure, then probably he can do an amazing job at international, being an international director.
Oh, I mean, it's very important that what kind of a leader you select or elect, because that is how the entire international benefits or your problem areas for internal plan policies can be executed at the grassroots level. So you can become a kind of a good pipeline or kind of a connectivity, the conduit, as you said, between the club at the local level or the International Monetary Fund, which is coming from there. So our voice can be raised there, and their funds can be utilized at our local needs.
Right. Just to give an example, when you say about how that exposure part you talk about as the international director, just to throw some light on that, probably in last 17, 18 years that where I'm deeply connected in, I would say I love to develop pipeline of leadership. That kind of talk I make. So what does it exactly happen is, Anil Bhai, is that in last 17, 18 years, I have visited more than 91 cities and towns all across India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bhutan. Now, in the process, what happens that I have conducted more than 650 leadership workshops. I must have addressed more than 1,000 meetings to different part of Assam. I would have installed more than 600 clubs. In pandemic, I have done more than 115 webinars where everybody from all across Assam, people should jump in for those webinars. Now, what is to happen in the process? A lot of good thing might be happening to the people to whom I'm talking, but even equally, it has changed my personality. I have grown, I have evolved, I have grown in the process. I've learned a lot of things from people. I've gained a lot of experience. I have gained a lot of knowledge. I have built tremendous rapport with thousands of people. And at the level of international director, I personally feel this is very, very important because you're working at a global level. Like I said, think globally and act locally. If I have to implement this, unless this is in place, it can become difficult.
No, very true, very true. I now get the importance of this role of an ID endorsee. Definitely, I think you proved to be the right candidate, and what our district has done is real true justice to the post for which the district has been qualified to have signed one ID endorsee from our area. Pankaj, I just wanted to understand, you have received so many awards, the international president awards and club level awards and things. How do you feel?
See, what happens is, Anil, I'll put it this way. Leadership is one area. I always say that if a lion attends an institute which starts from regional lines leadership, and then he moves on to advanced line leadership and so on, one thing is guaranteed, that he will never quit lionism. This is my experience. He will never quit lionism. Number two, the leadership that development takes place at level, if he's aspiring to go up, probably, yes, this is the best platform. This particular is the best platform to do so. If I want to share a story that you're talking about awards and rewards, as far as the leadership, I'm not talking about me, in general, who are attending the institute. There was this lion from our undivided multiple. He was attending my institute, Regional Line Leadership Institute. And first day, we had a half-day session. And in the evening, he said, Pankaj bhai, I think I'm not enjoying. I want to go back. He was from Chiplun. This was the institute was taking place in Gujarat. So he said, I said, you can't go, sir. Tomorrow evening, we will talk. If still you're not happy, then you can go. And I knew what was in store for next day. Anil bhai, believe me, he was there. In those days, it used to be about 3 days. All was there. And he confessed that I was to quit lionism. But after this institute, Now I know what this Lionism is all about. He not only did not quit, he went on to become a district governor, multiple council chairman. Today is a past multiple council chairman. Now, what bigger reward can it be? Tell it. If you ask him, what reward you got? If you ask me, my biggest reward is, okay, I mean, I must have got some 8 international president medal, and I must have got some 16, 17 international president certificates. One of the, it's always on my table, is this lifetime achievement award from our centenarian, whichever district bestowed this award on me, and so on and so forth. I mean, more than 150 awards I must have got. But more importantly, the award that I have got is, it has changed my personality. It has changed my perspective. It has changed the way I look at the things. The amount of positivity that it has brought into me is something I cannot express. And I feel this is the biggest award or reward I have got in my journey of Lionism since district governor till today.
100% I agree, because I still remember that the installation what you have conducted for my club, and everyone even today they remember it well, and they don't just remember it, they become your follower and fan.
Thank you so much.
Just lastly, wanted to have a message from you, because on the 1st of May, you have to be there for the multiple clearance, as an ID endorsee.
Yeah.
So what is your message to the members of our district as well as to the Lions, of the...
Well, my message would be is very clear, sir. If you're asking me so clearly, I would definitely say that look into me, look into my track record, look at the positivity with which I live, the kind of credentials that I have earned. You talk about knowledge, you talk about experience, you talk about lucid communication, you talk about experience, you talk about exposure, you talk about connectivity. Not only in our district, I'm talking about all across Assam and globally. Like you're aware of the fact, Anil bhai, that I've been appointed, or I've been selected by our first international vice president, Brian Sheehan, as a group leader, where I'm mentoring district governor elect or district governor to be next year from 7 multiples, and I've been invited to Montreal Convention to further train them over there. Now, I'm just talking about the exposure, what I'm talking about. So I think if you elect me as your international director, I can promise you one thing, that I shall make you feel proud. This is the message. As far as if you're talking me so straight, this is a straight reply, sir.
No doubt, sir. We do not have a single doubt on it. I'm quite confident that your kind of the personality what you have, your aura, your vision, your leadership, and your thought of making leaders, because there are very few people who just invent in making leaders, good leaders. That is what is going to be besides you for your 1st May, the date for the election. And I'm quite sure you would be the happy smiling face coming out of on the 1st May as a from our multiple as a endorsee for the international director.
Yes, so, sir. I seek support, blessings, vote from every line of the
all the very best, and we would like you to get associated with our channel Lions News India.
Thank you, Anil bhai. Thank you for having me. It was absolutely enjoyable speaking to you, and I hope you keep on doing this good work, and wish you loads of good luck for time to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thanks.